This isn't about dieting or strict rules. This is about being more aware of what you eat. So I'm not going to tell you what to eat, but I'm going to give you a system so that you can track what you eat, so you can increase your awareness. Because a lot of people don't do this. They just eat randomly, but they don't track what they actually eat and drink. I've built a simple system so that you can track what you eat and drink. So for this, all you need is a pen, some Post-it notes, and a blank piece of paper. So let's get started. Number one is a water system. So instead of guessing how much you drink, what you want to do is get your Post-it note and you want to write reminders of when you drink water and how much you drink each time. So let me show you the formula. So at the top, you're going to write today's date. So let's say April 30th, 2026. Since I'm going to post this past midnight. So April 30th, 2026. And then down here, you're going to write drink water at. So we have the day's date, drink water at, and then over here you're going to do this. I'm going to put it on screen so you can see it. Here you fill out when you're going to drink water, like 8 p.m., 10 p.m. You write it down. And then you're going to write the amount of water you drink each time. So for the amount of water you drink each time, you can measure it in cups or ounces. To be more specific, you could use ounces. Now, I'm not going to tell you how much water you should drink because it varies for everybody. Everybody needs to drink a different amount of water based on their weight, based on their exercise level, their size, and the climate that they're in. It's different for everybody. But this is just a structure that you can start with so you can start tracking how much water you drink. And then learning from the right sources, you could fill this out to know what works, to know exactly how much water you should drink. Number two is food categories. So instead of just tracking random foods or trying to just guess what you eat, what you want to do is you want to think in food categories. So for example, we could start with proteins. So list out the categories: vegetables, fruits, carbs, and you can also add drinks. So this is more than just water. This could also be like protein shakes. If you drink that, green tea, all the health drinks that you drink. So we could call this health drinks. So think of it in categories or groups of food instead of just tracking each individual food separate. And now once you list out the categories, you can add more than this if you want. And then what you want to do is like from health books or what your doctor or what your coach tells you, you could fill out what foods to add to each category, which health foods to add based on what they say. But this is a good foundation to start with. Number three is a daily structure. So now we're going to add the structure to this. So you're not just guessing, but you have an organized way of eating. This isn't a diet plan, but it's a simple food structure. So you could start off with the meals that you want to eat every day. So it could be breakfast. And then you could write what proteins, what vegetables, which health foods you want to add to your breakfast. You could also do that with lunch, dinner. If you have more meals a day than 3, you can add that. Any snacks that you might eat. So you have the health foods you got, and then you can organize that into different meals. So that way you're not just eating randomly, but you're eating at specific times. And this is a great way to structure your day so you can be a lot more organized. Number 4 is a checklist system. So what this is going to do is it's going to make sure we need to eat whatever we need to eat every day. So you start off by writing the foods that you want to eat per category. You add the meals that you want to eat, and then you list the foods that you want to eat for each meal. And then let me show you this. So let's say food 1, whatever food that is, food 2. So let's say you have 2 foods here. So what you could do is you put a box next to it. And then once you finish the first thing of food, you put a check mark. And then once you finish the second thing of food, you put check mark. So that way you can actually see your progress throughout the day to make sure you're actually eating everything that you need to eat. And this can also help motivate you because now you know, okay, I'm actually eating a lot more healthy foods and I'm eating more of them. Because seeing your progress is a big way to be more disciplined and consistent. For your habits, you want to see your daily progress and you want to see your progress throughout the day. That will help you a lot. Step 5 is you need a tracking system. Now you have what you want to eat every single day once you made your list. Now what you need to do is you need to track your progress over time to make sure you're actually improving your health. So what you want to do is you can get your phone and then you can get any health apps that you might use, or you could track it on the Google Docs or any online notes that you use. And then what you want, if you also want to track the calories, the carbs, the protein in your food, you can simply get a calculator and track it that way too. So you can add up the total amount of protein that you eat a day, the total amount of calories that you eat a day. Those are important things to track. Basically, any nutritional stuff that you want to track every day, that's great. And then what you could do is track the foods that you eat every single day on the Health app or Google Docs or Notes app. Or you could do, if you want to keep this really simple, is just track it on a pen and paper. Or what you could do is you could get a folder, maybe like food and drinks folder, you could call it. And then you could put your papers where you track everything that you eat. You can put it in that folder so that you can see it over time. An important thing for this is just make sure you don't lose the progress. You don't want to lose your progress on this. Like you may lose papers or you might forget a Google Docs. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you can actually remember and keep all your notes so that you can see your health progress over time. By knowing your health numbers every single day, that can help you reach your goals. Like if your goal is trying to lose weight, trying to gain weight, by tracking what you eat and drink every single day, that will help you get there because now you have a measurable way of seeing your progress. Now let's lock this in so you know exactly what to do. So the first thing that you want to do is track the water that you drink and when you should drink it. So drink water at these times and the amount to drink each time. Then what you want to do is get a pen and paper and create food categories that you want to eat, like proteins, vegetables, fruits, stuff like that. Then what you want to do is you want to structure your meals. So like you could do breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you do any other meals, maybe snacks, you structure them. And then you have a checklist system. So like if you ate food number 1, you cross that off. Food number 2, you cross that off. And then what you want to do is you want to save your progress. So you can track what you eat every single day on a paper and keep it in the folder. Or you could keep it in a Google Doc, any health apps, or just any online notes. Just do whatever is simplest for you and make sure the way that you do it, you can actually be consistent and do it every single day.